As with any fire, preparation is key, absolute key to doing this. So if we grab a stick off the tree and we grab another one, big stick, no good. Small stick, good. Again, just think about surface area. We need to ignite something small in order to grow that flame larger and larger. So what we're gonna aim for is sticks that are smaller than toothpicks. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but try to get in an area that there's a lot of pine, up off the ground so there's not a lot of moisture in it. Get a whole handful, like, big heavy handful. Okay, so within a few quick seconds, I gathered a nice handful of sticks. Now, I know what you're gonna say. Some of those sticks are bigger than a toothpick. That's just a quick reference. So when you're thinking about picking, you can see all these small ends up here, smaller than a toothpick. But of course, then branches are gonna get larger, and there's really no way around that. So you're picking that small stuff. It's okay if you get a couple big pieces, but anything too big, you don't want, just get rid of it. But now we have this just craziness. So we want to try to make this more compact and more easily handleable. So what we're going to do is we're going to think big to small, okay? That's how I collected my sticks. So I'm going to come up in this area right here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to break this off, and now I'm going to flip this up. So we have small to big, and I'm going to put the two smalls together. And I'm going to do that yet one more time to get all these little ends, because they're really going to burn really, really well. Small to big. Now this whole bundle is small to big according to the sticks that we picked themselves. You can see I have this nice and tight. That's super important with this. If this thing spreads out, there's just not enough material in there to get this flame going all that well. So we want to make sure that we keep it super tight like this the whole time. So one little trick that I like to use, especially with kids, is just take a scrap piece of cordage that you have in your pocket anyway, and just literally tie your bundle up. Just like this. It's not going to hurt anything. Tie the bundle up and then you can move around and function really well. I always keep small scraps of cordage in my pockets anyway because I don't like to throw them in the woods. So when I do something like this, it works out good. I can even stick this in my backpack then. I don't have to worry about it falling apart. Okay, so what we're going to think about when lighting this bundle is what is happening with our flame source. So in our case, we're using a stormproof match. So when I decide I'm going to ignite this, the match is going to burn from the top down to my fingers. Common sense, of course. But a lot of people don't think of that in terms of how they're going to ignite this. So think about the flame, heat's rising. So the first thing we need to do is be able to place this stick bundle up over the match to allow that heat to go up inside. If there is any moisture, start to dry it out. Now as that flame burns down, we need to feed this match up into the inside of that stick bundle, ultimately trapping it up inside. Now what I don't want to do though is just stick it up inside, because if you don't have a good match, even a stormproof match like this, if you smother it too much, it's still going to burn, but it's not going to give us that open flame we need. So we want to slowly work that up inside as the flame burns down towards our fingers. Once we see the stick bundle has ignited, we want to push the match up inside. Don't throw it on the ground. We might as well use that burning resource to continue that heat gathering inside there and keeping that flame growing. Now, once that's burning, what we don't want to do is turn it this way. That's not going to allow the heat to rise anymore. It's going to rise, it's not going to give it fuel, it's going to burn out. We want to make sure we turn it over, and then we're gently going to lay it down on the ground. When we lay it on the ground, we don't want to lay it down that sticks fall all over the place. We want to make sure that we lay it down so that the clump stays together. That's where tying it comes into play, and it works really well. You can almost just stand that up on the ground. Okay, so I have my small end here. I'm going to ignite my match, and I'm going to put it up on the inside. Now, I'm going to keep it up inside, press it up in there. Now I'm slowly going to just back up for the camera and start to set this down. Now what you don't want me to do is open that up too much so it falls all over the place. You can see I just set that down. It's burning really well, and now I can start to fuel this fire as I would a normal fire lay. And that's it. That's a stick bundle, how I like to teach how to do it. It's definitely a valuable thing to know. Even in winter conditions when you can't find any down material, you can still find pine trees. Go underneath, find the small sticks, use matches or a lighter, and you're going to be golden. It's going to work out really, really well. So give it a try. Tell me what you think. Every season it's going to work really well. I guarantee it. This was Dan Woolwacker, Coalcracker Bushcraft. As always, check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com. And until next video, stay in the woods.